Hey soul family, welcome back to the channel. This is the White Feather Tarot, and in today's reading we're doing something fun. We're doing what is your reputation? And to do this reading, I see the first one. We are going to be picking 3 cards together. So 1, 2, and 3. Let's see what we have. So for pile number 1, we have the Sun card. For pile number 2, we have the Queen of Cups. And for pile number 3, we have the Lover's card. Now, if you like to pick with crystals, let me add these right now. And it's really amazing how the crystals are going to fit the colors of the cards. There we go. So for pile number 1, we have the Calcite point. And this is what your crystal looks like. For pile number 2, we have the blue Apatite point, and this is what your crystal looks like. And for pile number 3, we have the blue Onyx, and this is what your crystal looks like. So, take a look at which one of these 3 piles you're the most drawn to, and that is probably the pile for you here today. As I always say, if you feel drawn to more than one pile, or perhaps even all of the piles, don't feel like this is too much. Follow your intuition. Your intuition is your magic. It is what leads you to the right readings where you're surprised and you go, whoa. This is your magic. So let it guide you and lead the way. Whether it's just calling for one and you know that is the one, or several, or maybe all, let it lead the way. And as usual, you'll find the timestamps down in the description box. Click on your times and I'll see you in your readings. Hey soul family, welcome to your shuffling and card picking process. It is always lovely to have you here, so welcome. Before we begin, let me introduce your cards to you. As usual, on the left are the oracle cards and on the right are the tarot cards that we will be using for your reading. Okay, so yes, I also want to mention that if you're interested in any of the decks that I use, you'll find that I always leave their names down in the description box. Okay, so now let's set the intention for your reading, although this one has popped up. I feel this one as well, so I'm going to take it. What is your reputation? What is your reputation? All right. So what is your reputation? 1, 2, and I feel this one. Yeah, actually, it is this one. There we go. Right, with the tea leaves, as we always do, I'm going to divide them into 3 parts. There we go. So for pile number 1, whoa. What is your reputation? Thank you. Whoa, yes, that is pretty sure. Totally ready. For pile number 2, what is your reputation? Thank you. For pile number 3, what is your reputation? There we go. All right, so now we're ready for your tarot cards. Let's start shuffling with intention with our tarot decks. What is your reputation? These are 2. I'm gonna grab them. 1, 2. Oh, and these are 2. All right. What is your reputation? Thank you. What is... Thanks. These are 2. What is your reputation? Let's pick up your next tarot deck. Mask. Oh, thanks. What is your reputation? 1, 2. Actually, it's this one and 3. Because I saw it first and felt it. Now, shuffle with intention. Okay, so it's this one. What is your reputation? What is your reputation? All right, so our 3 piles are now ready. Let's now put them together neatly to prepare for your reading. There we go. So that is pile number 1 with the calcite. Let's put it right next to it. That is pile number 2. That is pile number 2 with the blue apatite. And this is pile number 3. With the blue onyx. So, there we go. Our 3 piles are now ready for today's reading. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. I always love having you around. So, love you guys. So excited about your reading today. And let's get straight into it. Hi, pile number 1. Welcome to your reading. You have chosen the beautiful calcite as well as Sekhmet. So interesting that this card came out. Let's see. first, let's take a look at the rest of your cards before we start seeing what your reputation is, pile number 1. So we're taking a look at your oracle cards. We have on one side hope, on the shadow side we have hopeless. Let's see that, and it goes amazingly well with the sun, doesn't it? And the calcite. You also have, wow, the swan. Really wonderful, because that reminds me of the other side of Sekhmet. You also have axe, forces working against you. I'm not surprised that you have the axe in your reading. Okay, so pile number 1, my powerful pile. Let's take a look at your tarot cards. So you have the Magician. You have the 6 of Cups. The 2 of Swords. The Lover's card. You have the 9 of Pentacles. This is the after tarot. So yeah, this is what the card looks like after the regular Rider-Waite-Smith. Same with this one. You have the 5 of Cups. Let's keep them together right there. And you have, wow, the 3 of Cups. And the 6 of Cups again. Wow, okay. So, my dear pile number 1, first of all, seeing the 6 of Cups twice, this is giving me an idea that people have seen you grow. They've seen you grow from innocence and sweetness to a very strong and powerful character. Your reputation is that at some point you had lost many things, felt left out in the cold, maybe you were even alone. And with the 5 of Cups here, perhaps everyone thought it was over for you, but you knew that it was never over, you know. People thought you needed rescue, but even though you were feeling it, you were sad with everything that was lost at some part of your life, you always knew you could do something. And that's what you've done with the 9 of Pentacles here. This is the after tarot. So not only have you achieved your dreams, my dear pile number 1, you're obviously living it. At least this is what your reputation is. People see that you have crossed over from a hopeless time of your life to a time that is full of hope for you, a time that you love. People think that the people who are in your life at the moment must be very lucky to maybe experience that with you. Perhaps the 6 of Cups showing up twice. You have close people surrounding you that you really love, and they're there for you. Yeah, something about people around you when it comes to your reputation. Yeah, especially that you have the Sun card, popularity. So your reputation is that you're quite a popular person at this time of your life, that you're really loved and appreciated, and that you have a small circle of people, whether family or friends, that stuck there with you, and now they are somehow enjoying your success with you. Pile number 1. The 2 of Swords is a card of maybe confusion, not knowing which direction to go, not seeing exactly what to do next, not seeing the whole situation. So during times where you couldn't see much because of the eyeglasses here, with the knitting, you figured things out together. There's something about your reputation of you creating something out of nothing, right? Using the resources that you have. And that's why you have the Magician. You come across as someone who is a master at their skills, someone who has a lot of skills, someone who just creates, the Magician, something out of nothing. So pile number 1, obviously you've created something big. You're living some sort of success here. And your reputation is surrounding that area, my dear pile number 1. You also have the swan, so you could be very creative, you know. The swan reminds me of the goddess Saraswati, where she rides on the swan and she takes us to her creative world of art and writing and poetry and creativity, that beautiful world. So you've got that rational part to you, very skilled and also very creative, especially that we have the sun card here. Pile number 1. Now let's get to the very obvious part. I mean, I keep analyzing a lot of things, keep grabbing my attention. Oh, something about you being well dressed as well. I'll get to it in a second. You appear to, especially with the knitting as well. Your reputation is that you take care of yourself. You're very well put together. Take care of your hair, your clothes. Yeah. That's certainly coming across. You're very presentable. You like to present yourself very well. Pile number 1. Now let's get to the very obvious part. So we have a lot of power here, a lot of strength. You know, you were drawn to the sun, to the Sekhmet card. You know, Sekhmet is the ancient Egyptian goddess of destruction. In fact, Sekhmet is the raw power of the sun. She was born from Ra's anger and the fire of his eyes. And also, she was so fierce and powerful that once she's in full fury, she cannot and will not be stopped. And for this reason, Ra kind of regretted created Sekhmet. And so what he's done is he colored beer in red, and she thought it was blood. She fell for it. She thought it was, she mistook it for blood. And so by drinking it, she became intoxicated and she turned to seeking joy instead. So we see these two aspects in you, especially that we have the swan here, pile number 1. That's why I was surprised. So your reputation is that there are two strong sides to you. A fierce side that will stop at nothing if people cross their boundaries with you, if they do not respect you, if they anger you one way or the other. So you come across as someone who has a very strong personality. But at the same time, you also have the other side of this intoxicating side. Means that once people get to know you, they have a lot of fun with you. It's all giggles and laughs and fun. And they find you a very joyful, creative, fun person. But you have these two aspects to you, pile number 1. People know your reputation is they cross the line with you, and you cut them off. Bye-bye. You know, they don't have a chance. You act right away. And they treat you respectfully. They get your very beautiful side. So that comes across very strongly in your reading, pile number 1, in terms of your reputation. Now with the Sun and the 3 of Cups, double 6 of Cups, we see that currently your reputation is that you're quite popular. You have a lot of people who love you, who want to befriend you, or that you have a lot of friends, especially dear ones. A lot of friends. That's what's coming in your reading. You have a lot of friends, a lot of people wanting to be your friend, approach you. And for real, this is the 6 of Cups. They're not there being fake. You have people who love you for who you are. They see your genuine side. They see your positivity. They see your strength. They see your authenticity, your love and creativity, your fun. And they want to be around you. They want to befriend you, pile number 3. So at this phase of your life, Your reputation is that you are not only strong, but you have a lot of people surrounding you who genuinely love you and are just really there for you. You're very popular, pile number 1. Yeah, not surprised with the sun as well. Your reputation with the 9 of Pentacles and the Sun card is that at this point of your life, you're very powerful and you're enjoying your life. You're reaping the fruits of your hard work. You're enjoying what you've created. You've now taken off your glove, it seems, and you've gotten a lot of return to the work you've done, perhaps a good position, good finances, maybe you've gotten yourself a beautiful home. It looks like you're established, pile number 1, and you've taken off your glove, maybe just symbolically to show that you're reaping the benefits of the hard work that you have built and put in, and people are in awe with how you started with being scared, needing rescuing, losing. So it seems like pile number 1, you've lost a lot at some point of your life. Maybe you've lost your job, you've lost your money, maybe you lost your family. You've lost something and you were at a crossroad where people saw you at the bottom, wanting help, maybe not asking for help, but there were 2 different visions here. There was the vision of how people saw you, and there was the vision of how you saw your future. People felt that it was the end for you, while you thought it was never the end. There's a bridge here. You always knew you had skills, you had something that you can do to cross to the other side. And so your reputation is that you are someone who creates hope. You have the sun here again in this hope card. You're someone who springs hope back into people's lives, whether through maybe you being an example, that's 1000%, or by them watching you. You being an example. What are we talking about? By you being a great example, shining bright to how one can go from being all depressed with this black cloak, being in a very dark situation or tough situation, not knowing what to do, despair, to living your dream. Wow, pile number 1, I wish I can hug you. What an inspiration to everyone, really. That's exactly what sprung to my heart. Inspiration. Good for you. You even have 5, which is the number of change. Your reputation is that you have the capability of changing your situation, whatever it is. You come across as a symbol of power to the people around you, and that is your clear reputation at the moment. It's floating around, this rebirth of you. There's word spreading around about, floating around about what you're up to, or see the floating as well here from different decks. There's word being floating around of you, of what you're doing now, or your circumstances, or that power that you have reached. Seeing the swan and the sun, I would say your reputation also is that you have changed from being a sweet, loving, soft person to being a tough, strong, powerful person, who people are afraid to talk to when you're enraged. So you kind of seem scary. You have that scary aura to you, pile number 1 now. That you have this powerful, scary aura that you exude at the moment. And you're bringing confusion to people because they knew you as loving, but now they can see power that really makes them feel afraid. But really what I would say, especially that knowing Sekhmet's story and seeing all of these Six of Cups and Lovers cards, I would say the close people to you still know how fun and loving you are. So it's kind of like you've maybe created two personas. Pile number one, a persona that you display that is definitely part of you. It's like you bringing your internal strength out. And the persona of who you prefer to be with people who you don't need to display that sort of power in. I want to say who love your inner child, people who appreciate you for who you are, people who you can let loose and be the creative side of you that you enjoy very much. Yeah, that's what I see, pile number one. If you're hearing noise in the background, just heads up, this is my dog. Okay, so I'm also noticing the eyeglasses coming twice. And so this is telling me that your reputation at the moment is that people are seeing you with fresh new eyes. Could it be fresh new eyes for your character, for your world, for how you look, or perhaps all of it together? Oh, and your popularity as well. Yeah, you've changed a lot, pile number one. You have changed, may I say, aggressively. And yeah, that's why people feel like they are getting to know who you are, seeing you with a fresh pair of new eyes, learning now more about you, learning that you have now developed from being innocent, this innocent, loving you, to a strong adult you kind of energy. You have really, really grown, and you should so be proud of yourself. Fresh new eyes also with your work as well. How did I miss that? Yeah, absolutely. You know, I'm also noticing generosity. So this tells me that your reputation is that you're a person who is quite generous and loves to share what you have with other people that you love and appreciate. There's a generous inner child or generous soul to you that loves giving. That's so sweet. Pile number one. You're such a mesmerizing personality, honestly. It is lucky for the people it's lucky for the people surrounding you to have known you. Pile number one. I was gonna say Sekhmet. That should be your new nickname. Pile number one. Now, with all of the people around you, I keep coming back to this Lover's card. Within your reputation, that there is someone in your aura that people are talking about. This could be a business partner. This could be a lover in your life, your spouse or partner. This could be an investor. I'm not sure, but part of your reputation involves someone being there with you. There's talk about that. There's talk about how your relationship is very solid and to be admired. Wow. Pile number one, I really enjoyed your reading very much. Kudos to you. Good job, pile number one. Such a beautiful reputation to have. I wish you all the best of luck. You are a very special and unique person. May you always be blessed. That was your reading, and if you've enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. Also, if you love and enjoy zodiac tarot readings, make sure you check out my other channel. It's the first link in the description box. And please don't forget to check out my productivity book, pile number one. This book could really help you out in your journey of creating your dreams, creating success, or although you're already there, it could really help you out. Do it with ease and enjoy the journey. And so this book is small, straight to the point, and so you won't procrastinate or waste time reading it, but you'll always as I always say, it has all the key advice and secrets to becoming a productive person right away, all while enjoying the process. And so if you're interested in checking it out, you'll find a link to this ebook down in the description box. There's also an audiobook if you love listening to your books. And pile number 1, it was such a pleasure doing this lovely reading for you. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye. Hi, pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. You have chosen the beautiful blue Apatite, as well as the Queen of Cups, represented here as the Haya Akitsu Himi, which is the Shinto goddess of the sea. So let's see how this fits into your reading today, my dear pile number 2. We'll be taking a look at your oracle cards first. So you have on one side insight, and on the other side you have unaware. A lot of blues in your reading. Let's see. Clearing. Wow, you have the hawk. Okay, let me adjust that. Okay. You have rainbow. The most difficult part of a situation is over. I'm kind of seeing what this is. Let's take a look at your tarot cards first. So I feel like this one wants to pop out. What do we have? Yes, see, you have the Tower. You have the 3 of Swords. You have the 2 of Swords. The 9 of Swords. Yes, I'm seeing what this is. You have the King of Cups. The Knight of Swords. You have the 7 of Wands. This is both the after tarot, and this is why the pictures are a little different. So this is what happens after your regular Rider-Waite-Smith, the next scene. And you have, wow, the 2 of Cups. Ooh, so what is your reputation, pile number 2? What I'm seeing here is that you have cleared out something pretty significant in your life. The reason I say that is because Haya Akitsu Himi, as I mentioned, she's the Shinto goddess of the sea, and she's able to clear and clean anything out that gets casted into the sea. So she absorbs and dissolves and cleanses all evil, any pollutants, any impurity, that sort of thing. So I would say, especially with the 3 of Swords here, and it has a journal, a closed journal, I would say that people have watched you gone through a difficult time of your life, and in terms of you dealing with maybe mental illness, maybe you feeling tired or anxious or scared, with the Tower. In that context, it's like you were maybe always on fight or flight mode. And with the unaware here, you really didn't know how to conquer this situation, how to deal with it. You even have the 9 of Swords here, which shows stress, anxiety. Maybe even in the past, they've seen you overreacting, and now they see you calm, serene, and with the hawk, very strong, the rainbow, very positive. Your life has changed the other way around, seeing the thunder, from thunder to rainbow. this really shows that you've done a lot of work on yourself. People have watched you with the Two of Swords go from confusion, still taking action, and hitting it right in the bud. Nipping it right in the bud. Although you really couldn't see your way, you didn't know how to go about it. See, your cards are very powerful. Your reputation is that you didn't let yourself go at all. You come across as a very strong person. They have watched you conquer your mental illness, your struggle, your fears. You've worked very hard on yourself, and with insight, they've watched you educate yourself, perhaps journal, maybe talk to a therapist. You've worked very hard on yourself, and so your character overall has changed completely. People see you as more serene, more calm, more collected, more optimistic about the future and about your life. They also see you as very strong, your calmness exudes power. And with this King of Cups, the King of Cups is balanced energy, someone who's found their emotional balance. And you see here, with them holding the book, sitting on their crown, this is the King of Hearts in Alice in Wonderland, always tries to show that he's important because, the Queen has the stronger character. So anyways, I'm seeing that they once thought that they were in the better position, that they were more knowledgeable, more maybe educated than you are. They know better than you. They were the ones telling you what to do, that maybe you weren't, in their point of view, behaving right. We see with the pulling of the tablecloth that maybe they thought you were behaving either, whatever labels they put, irrationally, carelessly, angrily. They see that you have now grown so much, way ahead of them, and they realize it, they see it. They can no longer tell you what to do, what not to do, because they can see, they feel small, is what I can see here. They feel small next to you at the moment, despite them putting themselves on a pedestal, sitting on a throne, deciding that they are in a great position. Despite all of the things they're doing, they can see that you have outgrown them. So your reputation is that you have outgrown the people around you, that you have grown so much, you're becoming more stable, calm, serene, tranquil, but super powerful. You're very positive about tomorrow. You're no longer anxious, and you are deeply respected for conquering, can we say that your inner demons, or conquering your fears, conquering your inner struggles, and to come out like this on the other side with this mixture of being calm and powerful is really admirable to them. Pile number 2, people have a lot of respect. They certainly have seen you literally get out of bed, get out of maybe feeling tired and depressed, to taking action and changing, really. Perhaps with this Nine of Swords, you put everything, you've had to destruct everything and rebuild your whole life, yourself and everything. Pile number 2. It's funny. We see the king being a smaller figure here, and then we constantly see you in your reading being surrounded by people who see with the suit here. They thought they were more important, but they're always small. So your reputation at the moment, yes, definitely that somehow you have outgrown the people around you. It's kind of like that's how people feel, actually, and see you now. Pile number 2. You've done a drastic change in your life that is absolutely admirable. Pile number 2. Yeah, with the red here as well, with Haya Akitsuhimi, there is a lot of grounding. You've done a lot of root chakra work. You've grounded yourself very well. Is what your reputation is about. People see you more grounded, more stable, more serene, more emotionally balanced. Pile number 2. Now, taking a look at these with fresh new eyes, we've already seen it in the first context of the reading. There's fierceness to you, especially with the hawk appearing. Not fierceness towards people per se, but fierceness towards getting what you want, not letting anyone or anything stand in your way. That is something that you're not really patient about. People can see that you're going to be moving forward and nothing is standing in your way. It's kind of like your reputation is they can belittle you, they can talk about you, they can try to stress you, whatever it is they are trying to do. Your reputation is that nothing or no one is standing between you and the thing that you want. You have goals maybe written down very clearly and specifically. You know what you want to hunt. You're very hopeful about your tomorrow, and with all of that hope in your heart, nothing is standing in your way. You're very much maybe in love with your dreams. It's fueled by so much hope, and so nothing or no one is standing in your way. Maybe they try to talk you out of it because they feel intimidated by your growth. Maybe they try to... It's weird. One's wearing a red pair of pants and white. What is this saying? And notice in both figures you're wearing striped socks. What a coincidence. Okay, let's see what this is saying. They're resting their legs while you are running. So now we see a comparison, and that's what the Five of Wands actually is about. A competition, comparison. So it's like one leg is idle and one leg takes action. Very wishy-washy about their action, while you are obviously progressing, moving forward. That's why obviously you're growing than your surrounding here. So that's why maybe there is some irritation one way or the other that they try to do to stand in your way somehow. Maybe in terms of giving you advice, mocking you, belittling maybe your ideas. Not sure exactly what it is, but the energy and your reputation is that nothing is standing in your way. You come across as someone who's going to do what they have in their heads anyway. They don't have ideas about how to maybe make you rationalize what you're doing, or whatever other ways people try to manipulate others. so the talk is, there's no way to make sense, bring sense into you, right? And that you're always going to do what's right for you. And so that is what's being said, but really internally everyone around you feels smaller, it seems. And it's kind of like sad, because you're outgrowing them. Pile number 2. And that is highly triggering to them. Yeah, you're surrounded by a lot of competition, pile number 2, unfortunately. But all in all, you have absolutely cleared your past reputation. I don't see they're able to use the things that they used to say about you in the past any longer. It's cleansed now. You appear as much stronger, much larger, much more powerful, much more knowledgeable, and much more hopeful. And with the 2 of Cups here, it looks like these very same people are forced to speak kindly about you now with how you're appearing, because otherwise they will appear as trying to shame you on purpose, or trying to bash you, or trying to compete with you. So what I'm seeing is that there is this, them being forced to speak kindly about you. That's the environment. That's with regards to the people that are showing up in your reading, that type of environment. Pile number 2. But you're appearing as, externally to everyone else, as calm but fierce towards them. And that is very, it seems like it's very admirable to everyone. Because you have that balance to you, obviously. That's why. Now, outside of the people that we saw here, your regular reputation with everyone else, you're highly loved, admired, you're thought of as a very knowledgeable, positive person that is emotionally balanced and has a very strong character. And so pile number 2, this is exactly what I see in terms of your reputation. Boy, am I proud of you. Am I proud of you, pile number 2. Good job and kudos to you for that kind of effort that you put in. I'm sure you're very proud of yourself. May you always grow into the best version of yourself. That was your reading, and if you've enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. Also, if you love Zodiac Tarot readings, make sure you check out my other channel. It's the first link in the description box. And please don't forget to check out my productivity book, pile number 2. This book is small, straight to the point, and so you won't procrastinate or waste time reading it. But you'll find that it has all the key advice and secrets to becoming a productive person right away, all while enjoying this process. And so if you're interested in checking it out, you'll find a link to this ebook down in the description box. There's also an audiobook if you love and enjoy listening to your books. And pile number 2, it was such a pleasure doing this reading for you. I'm wishing you the best of luck. May you always be surrounded by wonderful, loving people who see the best in you and welcome your growth and encourage you to get better. Pile number 2, that was your reading, and I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye! Hi, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. You have chosen the beautiful blue onyx point, as well as the goddess Freya with the Lover's card. So lovely. Let's see how the goddess Freya fits into your reading. And as you know, we're taking a look at what is your reputation at the moment. What is it being said about you or felt about you? So we're going to be taking a look at your oracle cards first. So we have in this oracle card on one side peaceful, and on the shadowy side we have we have violent, and this is what your card looks like. Let's keep it right there. We also have, wow, that's wonderful, you have the buffalo. Pretty balanced person. Wow, pile number 3, the lovers, the peaceful, the buffalo. You must be a beautiful person. You have the grasshopper. Situations in the balance situations in the balance that require careful handling. Okay, let's keep that right there. And let's take a look at your tarot cards. So you have the Queen of Wands. Wow, Freya and the Queen of Wands. This is really, really cool, pile number 3. You have the King of Cups. Okay. I'm seeing why you have the Lovers card. Why you really loved pile number 3. You have the World card. Okay. You know how the original Rider-Waite-Smith World card has a woman surrounded by a snake being framed, is what I want to get to. So this is quite significant, actually, and I'll tell you why in a second. You have the 3 of Cups. Okay, yeah. You have the Queen of Swords. You have the 9 of Cups in the after tarot. So this is the scene right after the regular 9 of Cups. The cards are very beautiful. You have the 3 of Swords. See where it's lining up right under the World. And you have the King of Cups twice. So King of Cups twice obviously tells us straight away that you come across as someone who's very emotionally balanced. Now, yeah, and that's what we noticed from the buffalo, if you remember from the very beginning. How can I start with you, pile number 3? You are highly loved. So your reputation, my dear pile number 3, is that you are a loving, peaceful person who has a wonderful, attractive personality. So you have the Norse goddess Freya. She's the goddess of love and beauty and lust. She's also the goddess of rich and red gold, you know, everything gold and shiny, which I'll get to in a second because you have the 9 of Cups here. But let's take things one by one. So obviously you are seen as someone who is beautiful inside out. You exude internal emotional balance. You exude peacefulness. You exude faithfulness. The buffalo, the interesting thing about the buffalo archetype is that the buffalo is very grounded, but at the same time is very spiritual. So your reputation, obviously, you must be a very spiritual person, and it's not a surprise because you're watching tarot. I know it's not necessarily, but it's very okay, likely. And so your reputation is that you have both elements to you. You're someone who's very grounded. You are stable. You are a hard worker with the buffalo. You know your goals very well. You know what you want to do. Very grounded person. But at the same time, very spiritual, very peaceful, very accepting, very loving. So you have this concoction of both aspects to you. You exude charisma, pile number 2. Your reputation is that you're a very likable person. You're very pleasant to be around, and you have character to you. You have a personality. You know, it's very enjoyable to be around you. You have a flavor. And that's why we have also the gold here. Now, here's the thing. In terms of your reputation, you know, this card really makes me laugh. If you've watched my readings recently, especially on the other channel, it came up a lot in readings of, I'm not sure if readings in October. Yeah, in October. Yeah, in the readings of October. This Three of Swords is like someone going, ah, and for some weird reason, my dear pile number 3, it's so crazy. If you watch the other readings, you'll see what I mean. This specific Three of Swords always comes up in conjunction to a card where someone's either achieving huge success or fortune or is amazing. It's just so funny. Now here we see you, and of course this is genderless. I'm just seeing the idea of you with the World card being complete in terms of the idea that you have everything. Your reputation is that you have it all. You are everything that a person would love to be. You are well-rounded, it seems. And I'm sorry to tell you, but there are a lot of people, it seems, that are really suffering because of that. It pains them to see you have it all. Pile number 3, especially you're very, very balanced. Such a sweet person, pile number 3, exuding peace and love. But also, let's not forget the goddess Freya is also the goddess of gold, shining, you know, red gold, riches. And so she's the embodiment of gold, shining. So seeing the 9 of Cups, you maybe, this is similar to, this part's similar to, I think, another pile. If you were drawn to pile 1, then I wouldn't be surprised. You see, it's like you're enjoying your richness. That was very similar to pile number 1. You might want to check it out if you were called to it. Yeah, it's like you're really enjoying your life. You're enjoying your riches. That's what we see with the goddess Freya here. You're successful. My dear pile number 3, you're successful. You've made a nice life for yourself. Perhaps you have a very impressive career. And yeah, you're enjoying your riches. And now let's go back to because I just noticed the 3 of Swords and the specific 3 of Cups. Yeah. See, this is a scene of Alice in Wonderland when she was what is it called? This could, although it's the 3 of Cups, it could have to do with your work, your colleagues maybe, because here Alice in Wonderland just got what's the word called? Upgraded to being a queen, and now she's sitting down and having this chit chat with the white queen and the red queen. And here in this specific scene, she was overlooked, you know, they were intimidated by her, and there was this passive aggressiveness going on, speaking over her, not letting her talk. So it's like you have grown recently, pile number 3, and it's really, yeah, that's why. You have grown recently, and it's really intimidating some people around you, maybe your colleagues. Yeah, maybe your colleagues, maybe friends, I'm not sure. But you could be dealing with some passive aggressiveness. Not that you really care. You seem to me like you don't really care. Good for you, pile number 3. So yeah, part of your reputation is that you're very calm, very balanced. You don't really pay attention to silly things. You're very happy and content with where you are, very stable. You know, this is the Queen of Swords. So you're very disciplined with the Queen of Swords, and you have the buffalo, right? You're a very hardworking person, but you're also fun, you know, playing with the butterfly here. You're very sharp, you know what you want to do, very strong, but you have a playful side to you. So sweet. Pile number 3. So yeah, your reputation is also has to do with this ranking that you just got, your position. We have 2 kings, we have a queen, you know. So we see that maybe you've just got promoted, maybe you got a higher position, a raise. Yeah, your power in general has grown. Pile number 3. Some people are not liking it, and others are really happy for you. Yeah, they feel like you deserve it. Pile number 3. Here with peaceful, yeah, other than these type of people, you're generally very loved. You're seen as very peaceful, loving, kind, someone who has a beautiful, vibrant character, fun to be around. Yeah, fun to be around and well loved. You are considered very attractive, very beautiful, very luring. Also, since lust is coming, you're highly sought after. This is your reputation, that you are, yeah, with the world card especially, that you're highly wanted, highly sought after. Pile number 3 is definitely part of your reputation. Do you see that? The 3s here. So you have a crowd of people that, or a friend group that is so loving towards you, or that are very appreciative of you. But you also have a crowd that may be a bit toxic. And so that's why we see your reputation go, you know, from there to here as we're doing your reading. And that's why you have the grasshopper as well. So yeah, we're seeing this shift here. Grasshopper, you know, jumps. So perhaps recently you've had this huge jump. Yeah, huge raise or something. Higher position or something. Yeah. For sure. And people are having mixed feelings about that. Some are very happy for you, and some are like pretending to be happy for you, but really aren't. Pile number 3. You know, if you hear any background noise, that is my dog. Just a heads up. You know, with the grasshoppers, it always reminds me of the sound that they make at night when everything is silent, and how we use this sound, you know, to laugh about that there's no response, you know. So this is showing me that perhaps there is this reputation of you being absent, not answering, not being around. You have that reputation. Maybe you're very busy. Yeah, you know why? Perhaps you're not always there. It's like when you're there, people love your company. They want to be with you. It's so much fun, but otherwise it's like silence. You're not always there. And that is obviously because of the buffalo here. You have a vision. You're very disciplined. You know what you want at this phase of your life. Maybe with this higher position, you have more responsibilities. Also, you know, the goddess Freya is known to be not just a magician, but also a shapeshifter. So you create things, obviously, or you work hard. Very hard worker. And, you know, the goddess Freya, she teaches the power of spells and charms. So it's kind of with the shapeshifter and spells and charms, it's like you remind me of a magician, highly skilled, but also you could be creating things that others don't know how to create. You're unique not just in your personal life, but you are very unique in the thing that you do in your field. So if you are an interior designer, you're phenomenal. If you are an engineer, you do intricate designs that are just breathtaking. If you are a doctor, you're just brilliant, you're constantly updated. And if you're a surgeon, you know how to do specific things that others don't know how to do. If you're an artist, you are exceptionally breathtaking, and so on. You know what I mean. You're very unique in your field, and you're able to create and shape shift things that others are definitely not able to do. And perhaps this is why your position has grown, and you're very disciplined to, maybe you have a vision, you're very passionate about something, and your work is like a spell. People are always mesmerized, not knowing how you were able to do that. And you know what? Seeing the buffalo, a lot of these, whether you're aware or not, because we have the headband around her head, reminds me of the crown chakra. You could be spiritually downloading a lot of these ideas. Yeah, the crown here. It's like you get hit by brilliant ideas, brilliant visions, and you do things that are really mesmerizing, that others definitely stand in awe watching. You do it skillfully, like a master. Pile number 3. So impressive. And last but not least, seeing the buffalo and the Queen of Swords, your reputation, pile number 3, is that you are a very honest person. You come across as a person who has high integrity, high ethical standards, and values what is important rather than maybe what is superficial, or what may only have the purpose of impressing people with no heart or value. So yeah, you come across as very real, someone with a good heart. You exude peace, honesty, love, and beauty. Certainly a beautiful character with an amazing personality. Pile number 3, wow. I see why you have the World card. So impressive. That was your reading. I wish you the best of luck in your life. May you always shine the way you do, and even more, and may you grow always into the best version of yourself. That was your reading. I hope you've enjoyed it, and if you have, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. Also, if you enjoy Zodiac Tarot readings, make sure you check out my other channel. It's the first link in the description box. And please don't forget to check out my productivity book, pile number 3. This book could really help you out in your life and manifesting what you want. It's very small, simple, straight to the point. You won't procrastinate or waste time reading it, but you'll find that it has all the key advice and secrets to becoming a productive person right away, all while enjoying the process. You'll find that this book truly holds true to this promise. And if you're interested in checking it out, you'll find a link to this ebook down in the description box. There's also an audiobook if you love listening to your books. And pile number 3, it was a real pleasure. Thank you for tuning in. It was such an honor and a real pleasure getting to know you and to connect with you today, even though we cannot really see each other. But I really feel your energy, and I'm happy that I got the opportunity to get to know you. Thank you, pile number 3. I wish you the best of luck, and I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye.